the digestive system. So what is the digestive system? The digestive system is one of the body's most intricate and vital systems. It transforms the food we eat into the nutrients our body needs to function while also removing waste products. Structurally, it's divided into two main parts: the gastrointestinal tract or GI tract, also known as the alimentary canal, and accessory organs that assist in digestion. The GI tract is a long, hollow tube running from the mouth to the anus, including the mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and finally the anus. The small intestine is divided into three sections: the duodenum, where bile and pancreatic enzymes mix with chyme to create digestion; the jejunum, where most nutrient absorption occurs; and the ileum, which absorbs bile acids and vitamin B12. The large intestine includes the cecum, appendix, colon, rectum, and ends with the anal canal. Its main role is to absorb water and electrolytes and form stool. Within the large intestine live trillions of microorganisms known as the gut microbiome, which play crucial roles in digestion, immune defense, and even mental health. Between the mouth and esophagus lies the pharynx, a passageway that directs food into the esophagus and away from the trachea, essentially preventing food from entering the lungs. Supporting digestion are several solid organs: the liver, pancreas, and gallbladder. The liver produces bile, a fluid that emulsifies fats, making them easier to digest and absorb. It also filters blood from the intestines, metabolizes nutrients, regulates blood sugar, stores glycogen, produces vitamin A, and synthesizes proteins such as fibrinogen, important for clotting. The gallbladder stores bile between meals and releases it into the small intestine when needed. The pancreas secretes digestive enzymes that break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. It also produces bicarbonate to neutralize stomach acid entering the duodenum, and hormones like insulin and glucagon that regulate metabolism. These organs, though not part of the GI tract's hollow tube, are essential for proper digestion and absorption. So how is all of this working? Digestion begins the moment food enters your mouth. The salivary glands produce saliva, which moistens food and contains enzymes that start breaking down starches. The tongue and teeth mechanically break food into smaller pieces, a process called mastication, which is the only voluntary part of digestion. From the mouth, food passes through the pharynx and into the esophagus, where rhythmic muscle contraction known as peristalsis push it toward the stomach. In the stomach, strong muscular walls and digestive juices, containing acid and enzymes, further break down food, particularly proteins. The upper part of the stomach relaxes to receive food, while the lower part churns and mixes it into a semi-liquid substance called chyme. This chyme moves into the smaller intestine, where the majority of chemical digestion and nutrient absorption occurs. Here, digestive juices from the pancreas, liver, bile, and intestinal glands combine to break down macronutrients. The proteins become amino acids, fats become fatty acids and glycerol, and carbohydrates become simple sugars. The microbiome in the small intestine also helps digest carbohydrates and produces certain vitamins like vitamin K. Water and nutrients are absorbed through the intestinal walls into the bloodstream or lymphatic system. The large intestine absorbs additional water, forms stool, and supports bacterial activity that breaks down remaining nutrients before waste is expelled through the rectum and anus. All these processes are coordinated by hormones and the nervous system, ensuring that each stage of digestion occurs in the right order. Of course, the digestive system doesn't just process food, it also acts as an immune barrier. Structures like the tonsils, gut-associated lymphoid tissue, and the mucosal immune system protect the body from pathogens found in food. The enteric nervous system, sometimes called the second brain, controls muscle contraction and sections within the GI tract. It can operate independently of the brain and spinal cord, although it communicates with them via the vagus nerve. The enteric nervous system uses neurotransmitters such as acetylcholine, serotonin, and dopamine, many of which are also found in the brain. In fact, a large portion of the body's serotonin and dopamine are located in the gut. This intricate connection forms part of the gut-brain axis, explaining why emotions and stress can influence digestion, and why digestive discomfort can affect mood. So we will talk about the gut-brain axis in a later video because, believe me, there is a lot to say for the gut-brain axis. But for now, just know that, like I said, food influences the brain activity and movement, and your emotions and how you react to the world can affect your digestion. Digestion provides the micronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, and the micronutrients, vitamins and minerals your body needs for energy, growth, growth, cell repair, and reproduction. The circulatory system transports absorbed nutrients from the small intestine to the liver, where they are processed, stored, and distributed throughout the body. The lymphatic system plays a vital role in absorbing fatty acids and fat-soluble vitamins, while also transporting immune cells. Proper digestion ensures your organs receive the right nutrients at the right time. Disruptions in this process, whether from inflammation, infection, or poor diet, can lead to malnutrition, fatigue, and systemic disease. And you see, this is why the digestive system is so important. It is linked with so many systems, where in fact it's linked with the whole body. So it may be a good idea to take good care of it. The digestive system can be affected by a wide range of conditions, from mild discomforts to serious diseases. So like in the respiratory system, I will not be explaining all the conditions, because if I do, the video will take an hour. I will just list them and yeah, do your own researches if you are really passionate about this. And here we go. So we've got gastroesophageal reflux disease, stomach ulcers, gastroenteritis, celiac disease, Crohn's disease, malabsorption syndromes, intestinal obstruction, small bowel bacterial overgrowth, diverticulosis and diverticulitis, ulcerative colitis, constipation and diarrhea, colorectal cancer, hepatitis, cholecystitis, and pancreatitis. Of course, there are many more, but this is just a small list. Watch for the warning signs: persistent chest pain, vomiting blood, unexplained weight loss, inability to eat or drink, or severe pain. Warrant immediate medical evaluation. You can do some diagnostic tests like endoscopy, colonoscopy, abdominal ultrasound, CT or MRI scans, stool tests, and blood panels are among the most common tools used to assess digestive health. And here are some treatment options. Some medications like antibiotics for infections, corticosteroids for inflammation, proton pump inhibitors for acid control. Dietary adjustments: gluten-free for celiac, low FODMAP for IBS, surgical interventions for bowel resections, gallbladder removal, and lifestyle modification, stress management, weight control, and smoking cessation. So before going into how to support and enhance the digestive system, the warning I always do: I am not a doctor. This is only for informational purposes only. If you want to know the sources that I read the information from, there are in the description. There is a link. So, maintaining digestive health requires a combination of proper nutrition, regular movement, and balanced lifestyle habits. Fiber supports bowel movement, feeds gut bacteria, and reduces risks of heart disease, diabetes, and colon cancers. So for the fruits, we have pears, apples, bananas, berries, kiwi, guava. For vegetables, we have broccoli, leafy greens, peas, carrots, Brussels sprouts. For legumes, we have lentils, beans, chickpeas, and soy. For nuts and seeds, we have almonds, walnuts, pistachios. And for whole grains, we have oats, quinoa, barley, and rye. Water softens stool and helps food move smoothly throughout the intestines. Caffeine and alcohol have diuretic effects, increasing dehydration, so balance them with adequate water intake. Also include some probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics are live microorganisms found in yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and kombucha that replenish gut flora. Prebiotics are fibers that feed these bacteria found in asparagus, garlic, barley, and bananas. Balanced intake improves immunity, nutrient absorption, and even mood, but too much can cause gas or bloating. Avoid overeating and late night meals. Eating 2 to 3 hours before sleep allows digestion to complete before lying down, preventing reflux. Movement stimulates peristalsis, improving bowel regularity and gut microbiome diversity. Even light walking after meals helps digestion. Stress shifts the body into a sympathetic state, slowing digestion. Relaxation, breathing exercises, and adequate sleep promote parasympathetic balance for optimal gut function. Avoid ultra-processed foods. They're high in sugars, unhealthy fats, and additives that trigger inflammation and harm the microbiome. Choose whole, nutrient-dense foods like fruits, eggs, fish, poultry, whole grains, and unflavored dairy. Also, herbal teas such as ginger, peppermint, chamomile, fennel, and green tea reduce bloating, relieve stress, and provide antioxidants that support gut health. And of course, chronic inflammation disrupts digestion and contributes to diseases like IBD and metabolic syndrome. Reduce it by eating anti-inflammatory foods, healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, and probiotics probiotics, and managing stress. So quick talk here. What you just saw was medical advice that the majority of people should follow. But like I told you, I'm not a doctor. From my experience, vegetables are not a great choice. So plant-based foods are not a great choice if you're an athlete, because it will slow absorption with what we call anti-nutrients, and they are low in bioavailability. So I won't enter into the details for the nutrition because a big video will come, believe me. But just so you know, I give you those advices because they are the most scientifically backed, but I don't follow them. And if you have the chance to do your own researches, your own tests, go on and talk to a doctor if you want to. Don't take what I said like general knowledge. It's just what I do for myself and what works for me. But here we are, the summary. The digestive system is a marvel of biological engineering, an intricate network that converts food into life-sustaining energy while communicating constantly with the brain, heart, and immune systems. Supporting it means more than just avoiding stomach aches. It's about protecting the foundation of your overall health. Eat well, move often, rest deeply, and treat your gut with care. It truly is your body's second brain. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the digestive system. We will meet next week for the urinary or excretory system. Take care.